Marley was dead. Serves him right, that know-it-all asshole. There was no other more content with his knowledge than Ebenezer Scrooge, a most intimidating figure, besides the one belonging to Scarlett Johansson, of course. Scrooge was working as a miserable old miser who collected people's money and only loved counting it, like all of those shit sticks sitting in their fancy chairs on the TV show Shark Tank. One Christmas Eve, Scrooge and his employees were working late into the night. Bob Cratchit, one of Scrooge's peons, asked if they could take Christmas Day off.
Excuse me, Mr. Scrooge. Me and my fellow compadres were wondering if, maybe we could have tomorrow off? Well, I'm wondering why you would make such a request, batshit. Ha! You see what I did there? I misspoke your name, and instead of calling you by your real name, Cratchit, I called you batshit. That is slightly amusing to me. Ah, yes, very good, sir. Well, I am wanting to spend the holiday with my family, especially with my son, Tiny Tim, who is, well, we're not sure what the hell's wrong with him, to be honest. Fine, but be here early the next day so I can look at your awful Christmas sweater your wife gives you and say, wow, batshit, crazy.
So, they wrapped up their work and left for the evening. Scrooge went home, got in his comfy clothes, and sat down in a stale and creepy room near a dimly lit fireplace.
Wow, this terry cloth chafes my crotch. Hey, that's another zinger I can call Bob Crotchet.
Then there was an old ghost with chains, not the S&M kind, who appeared out of nowhere.
Scrooge, you old geezer. No, my name is Ebenezer. Bazinga. Anywho, I'm here to tell you to go to sleep so you can be visited by 3 spirits when you have REM sleep that begins with the signals from the pons, an area at the base of the brain. These signals will travel to a region called the thalamus, which relays them to the cerebral cortex, the outer layer of the brain responsible for learning, thinking, and organizing information. The pons send signals that shut off neurons in the spinal cord, causing temporary paralysis of limb muscles. Morons like you call this a nightmare.
So, Scrooge went to sleep, and soon the first spirit appeared and woke Scrooge up.
Hey, you must be the first spirit. I was hoping for the alcoholic kind. Yeah, me too, pal. I'm here to show you your life before you became an awful stingy bastard.
The spirit took Scrooge on a journey back in time, reminded him how he was kind of a loner during school, how he had a crush on some pasty white girl, and how he broke out some sweet dance moves at a party inside of a barn. The spirit was distracted by a magnificent rooster near the dance floor.
Sorry, that's the only cock I've seen in years. Okay, Scrooge, let's get you back to your bed. Don't worry, I won't try anything. Much.
Scrooge awaited the next spirit, who showed up in a bad mood.
I'm sorry. I just thought that people would understand that casting me in A Christmas Carol is kind of moronic since I'm actually Jewish. I'm sorry. Okay, let's just show you what life is like right now.
The spirit took Scrooge to an unfamiliar dwelling that smelled like burnt popcorn and swamp ass.
Wow, that's brutal. Spirit, where are we?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this place would smell like this. Jesus. Christ is the reason why you're celebrating Christmas. No, this place is the home of Bob Cratchit and his fucked up kid.
Okay, family, gather round. It's time to eat. Ah, beans. Dang it. I was hoping we were going to have Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson from Fox News for supper. And why is that, son? Because I was really hoping to have Spam and Spotted Dick.
Scrooge was feeling bad for Bob and his family as the spirit took him back to his bedroom and reminded Scrooge one more spirit would arrive shortly. Suddenly, Scrooge heard sirens.
All right. I'm looking for a mean old man who loves money more than people. Any description of what this character looks like, either physical or whatever else there is, would be greatly appreciated. Wait a minute. You're him, aren't you? If you're referring to the strappingly handsome, tap-dancing Mustang underneath this down comforter and on top of this 2,500 thread-count Egyptian cotton sheet, then yes, I am him. Okay, fella, let's get going. We have to scare the shit out of you a bit.
Scrooge and the ghost of Christmas future went to Bob Cratchit's house only to find that Tiny Tim was no longer among the living. Yep, Rick Grimes and company beat his ass something awful and chopped his head off the way Bobby Flay treats lettuce. Scrooge only had one thing to say.
Wow. Yeah, I totally just would have done one of those karate chops.
After the death of Tiny Tim, the spirit took Scrooge to a cemetery and showed him the grave he would soon be buried in.
Spirit? Is that my coffin?
It sure is, Scrooge. Might want to take some NyQuil for that.
After that awful dad joke, Scrooge awoke in his bed. He had a new light in him, and he wanted to turn his life around. Instead of giving the homeless the finger, he gave them a giant turkey, though they had to kill it and get their own damn table settings. He also bought toys and took them to Bob's house.
Why, Mr. Scrooge, what are you doing here? Bob, I'm sorry for being a heartless shitbag. I'm giving you a raise, and I'm making you my partner. We'll be batshit and Scrooge.
And with that, they embraced in a bro hug, and Tiny Tim delivered a fitting ending to this god-awful tale.
God damn it, every one of you sons of bitches.
The